Happy
dancing.
Friday.
Like,
Does it take you back? Like
yeah,
Friday dance party?
yeah.
I was in a mood, and I'm feeling wild today, Lynn. So I've got all my wild animal print on because I feel like I'm about
I
to
was
be
gonna wear a leopard shirt today with big poofy leopard sleeves.
and
And then I opted for blue. That's so funny. Oh my god, we would have been matching again.
we would have been matching again. I just feel like things are about to get wild. I mean, we are one day away from the amazing LinkedIn Profile All-Star Weekend. So I am not in my usual office today. Courtesy of Panera is my office, and I just
Okay.
love being an entrepreneur that I could take my live streaming on the go. So here we are today. And today we are going to wrap up the most fabulous week series ever, the 5 most embarrassing mistakes we see on people's LinkedIn profiles. And today, you guys ready? Number 5, slimy selling. Ugh. You're about to get slimed. Oh, and the bot.
You know what? Oh, this is what happens when you slimy sell. Yeah, the other person, the receiver, loses their mind because it's just so gross. Could we like get the Ghostbusters song on? Dun, 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 dun. Slimy, lose your head.
Exactly. So, I mean, if you're wondering where all these metaphors are coming from, give it up for Lynn.
I always got something up my sleeve.
She's the Dr. Lynn lingo. I just thought of that today. She's got an amazing way with words. Her diction is off the chart. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to dub you Dr. Lynn lingo because she's going to put her lingo twist on all your profiles, right? I mean, I've got the savviness. She's got the lingo down.
Oh, thank you, Olivia. You're just too kind, too kind. Dr. Lynn Lingo.
Dr. Lynn lingo.
Lingo Lynn.
Lingo Lynn. Well, this is like next level copywriting, right? Forget copy editing. Forget copywriting. We're gonna linguistically take it to the next level. Lynn lingo style.
Well, it's all about getting it right because how many people do you know have an actual linear work history, right? I personally know nobody who's had a linear work history. So I guess it does take a special kind of person to to figure out what to call that thread that leaks all the skills and experiences together as one.
Absolutely. Yeah, and speaking of linear work histories, can we just give LinkedIn a round of applause because LinkedIn recognized this? I mean, of course, like there were so many people in the community that made a petition and made a suggestion, say, hey, LinkedIn, for you being career professional site, you need to allow us to have some sort of option to recognize gap years.
Right.
And different periods of time where we don't have a linear work history. So get this, in the experience section of your profile, there's a drop down menu where you can specify this was a year to offer bereavement, professional development, personal development. I was a stay-at-home mom. I was a stay-at-home dad. I was a stay-at-home parent or caregiver or other. And so they are allowing you to put that, to express
Right.
that on your LinkedIn profile. And I think it's just a great way to supplement your resume. Because sometimes on a resume, we don't often have space to see all that. But if we were to look at the resume side by side on LinkedIn profile, we can see the explanation of why there's a gap year. And most importantly, what did you do in that time versus just, I didn't do anything with that time off, right? Professionally or for skills development. So
Yeah,
I just
personal
get a round of
and
applause.
professional development are amazing. I would rather somebody take time out of the rush of regular scheduling and like just take some time to diverge a little bit Yeah, because growth and professional experience has nothing to do with staying in the same job for 20 years. No.
Exactly. So we are going to dive right into it, but let us know how you are. Say hello in the chat, comment, engage with us. We have been absolutely loving the participation all across the channels, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn. I mean, all your comments are coming through, even on the replay. We absolutely love it. Dr. Lynn and I always make sure to go back and watch to see if there's any comments that we might have missed.
Yeah.
And so right now, here's your chance. What are some of your burning questions about LinkedIn? Type it in the chat right now. Burning questions. Or maybe it's like the burning emoji. Hey,
Yay!
do you want to know where? And let me just do a bonus drop because I'm feeling wild today.
Oh, okay.
Are you you see these emojis that I've been using throughout the stream? And are you wondering where did she get all that? How do you add it? Well, let me share with you a free gift right now. This is where you're gonna go to get all your copy and paste emojis. And yes, you can copy and paste them for your LinkedIn. So here we go. There it is. Dr. Lynn has the scan. Look at that.
So you take your phone, make sure it's not focused on you. Where's my camera? And you take a picture of the scan. You go to take a picture. Don't click, though. You don't need to click. Boop, it'll just pop right up for you.
Yes.
And so you ever wondered how Olivia's LinkedIn profile looks so cool with all, like, sometimes it's in bold letters, sometimes, it's all different types of font. That's the secret.
That's the secret. So
let me with my directions right there. Oh, what? Oh, right. Oh, geez. Oh, come on. Thank you.
You would think by now we know our left and rights. But anyway, there it is for you. This is my first free gift to you. This is a free website. I use it all the time, coolsymbol.com. You want to go ahead and bookmark this site because it's just going to have so much variety for you to add some color and personality to your LinkedIn profiles. And yes, you can include it in your headline. You can put emojis and symbols. Maybe you're not an emoji person. That's okay. There's plenty of little symbols or little emoticons, whatever, that you can use in your headline. Just to space out
check mark or an arrow facing up or two arrows facing towards what your headline is, right?
Yeah, exactly. And then it's just a way to, again, give people something to look at that's different, right? So look at that. Those are my arrow emojis down below. Enroll today. Hint, hint.
I see it. Makes me want to click, play, rewind, fast forward in the days of videotapes.
All right, so I've got some more scannable gifts for you coming through today, but this is the first one. So go ahead and take a screenshot of that real quick. All right, here we go. So we're going to dive right in. How many of you really like those live examples we gave yesterday of the DMs? Do you guys all like that? Give us a thumbs up in the comment if you like that because we've got more coming your way. So I'm going to pull them up right now. All right, let me clean this up here. Bear with me. All right. So this is going to be the slide we're using today. Whoop. Okay. So let's talk about bots. So this is what I like to call the Autobot. And you can look at the dates in succession. August 4th, August 6th, August 9th. Clearly, we're on like a timer or a scheduler. And Dr. Lynn, I'm all for business automation, right? I think when it makes sense, automated systems, automated processes do have a place and they are streamlined and they can be a life-saving mechanism. However, this clearly did not jive with me. I didn't even have a chance to respond before I got hit with another message.
Yep. It's not fun. It's not fun, Olivia. It does not feel good. It does not, because you know what that is telling me? And I've had plenty of messages like this in the past, and I block and remove. So I have no examples. So you're better than me at keeping them. My goodness. It feels so gross. because they obviously, like, I feel like there was no intention of hearing what I have to say, no intention of there being a reciprocity or it being reciprocal, or, being a proper LinkedIn connection where you're both wanting the best for each other. Yeah. No. 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 No.
And honestly, I don't know about you, but 2 days is not enough time for me to sit down and thoroughly go through this. I mean, I was generally interested. I am looking for some sort of appointment setting system. They asked me, "Are you curious? Are you looking for a team to set appointments?" Yes. And so they gave me a good pitch. They gave me a website to check out. But I mean, 2 days, I did not have time to check it out. And then bam, I got another proposition. And then when I didn't respond clearly, bam, okay, join our Facebook group. Why? What would
Yeah.
motivate me to do that if I haven't checked out your other things yet?
Yeah.
So that's the Autobot. When you can see the date, it's just boom, boom, boom with no chance to reply. Look at this example.
They're just coming at you. They're just coming at you. Right? Oh, they're repeating the same message?
This is the auto repeat. So when they see a certain time has passed by, they're going to send me the same message twice. Who does that?
Seriously. If I didn't respond, maybe you should get the hint. If I didn't respond, it's probably because I don't care. Or just give me a moment to breathe. Here's the biggest lesson in business that I love talking about. Just because the person is not going to be a client in this moment does not mean that you get to beat on them and annoy them. What it means is, how about building a relationship, or at least some space? Allow the space to happen. Because somebody is not interested right now does not mean they won't be down the line. But if you're going to ruin the relationship or the connection right from the very beginning, like, what? You've just basically blocked yourself. You have C-blocked yourself.
She did say it. You heard her here.
Or should I say business? I don't want to say that word, but business block. I guess you're business blocking yourself. Stop business blocking yourself.
I can't believe she said that on air. The C block. Dr. Lynn.
Just give us the space. And you know what? I don't know if have you had a chance to add Kathy's link. And we talked about Kathy earlier today. You did? Okay, I'll talk about that later, because listen, I am no angel when it comes to this sort of behavior. So I got a story to tell you. So just hang in there. Trust me, it's juicy.
Awesome. And you notice, I mean, again, with the dates, they're on a timer. July 27th, so many days have passed by, 3 days. Okay, hit them again. So many days have passed by, hit them again with the same message. And I love what LinkedIn does here, because they have some auto messages you can just click on, right? And so like they're reading this and they're like, okay, you can choose no thanks, no thank you, I'm not sure.
I know, but you know what? It's also summertime. So how about you cut Olivia some slack? She might be on vacation. She might be enjoying her Panera over the next few days, enjoying some time in the sun.
Exactly. All right, here's the next category of bots. The casual bot. So this one, where was it? I'd like to share something with you if you don't mind.
No, go for it.
And it's like, okay, there's another bot. I think okay. So there's another one where maybe it wasn't this example, but they came off super friendly, right? They came off super friendly. I'm getting a good vibe, and then bam, I got hit with a pitch.
Oh.
So that's what I mean by the casual bot, right? So you're engaging, and then you're like, hey, did you miss this? No, I haven't missed your messages. It's
you didn't even answer.
Like, I clearly see it's right there, and you're wanting to get to the top of my mailbox again, and this is not helping. So no, I didn't miss it. I just did not have time to respond yet because I haven't had a compelling reason to. And like Dr. Lynn, I accept most connections through my vetting process. I make sure that, you've got your profile picture up so I can see who you are. I make sure you've got some external links so I can check out your credibility. Do you have other external sites you're active on, or a website, or some sort of lead magnet? I check if you've got a nice summary or a bio section where you've been, what you've done, if we've got mutual connections in common, right? So if all these things check out, I generally accept. And then, I spend some time to go through your activity because I want to see what you're posting about to get to know you. And so I do these things before I respond to a message like this.
Yeah.
And for you to say, hey, did you miss this? It's like, no, I did not.
So there's a lot of research that's been done on consumer behavior, consumer response, like selling and accepting and all that stuff. And oh, wow, that sounds so scientific, trust me. But the point is, what sells the most is the feeling, the emotion. Like when there's emotion and experience involved, that's what will land the sale. So I don't care if you're a practitioner, a service provider, a product seller, a freelancer, a consultant, a therapist of some sort. The point is that if you're going to be doing this to someone, making them feel gross, talked at, being impatient with them by not allowing them the chance to even look, or if you didn't even bother to read my profile to see that I'm actually a colleague of yours and I'm not your client, and I'm actually probably like 10 years ahead in my business than you are, like, it's just going to make me not like you. It's going to give me a really yucky feeling, and you will be blocked. It's just not fun. And you're just not going to sell that way. I don't even know. I think it's because people are trained to do this. People have coaches who have coaches who have coaches who have taught them to behave this way. So, it's like, send out 1,000 messages, you will get one sale. Well, you know what? I would rather connect with someone meaningfully, connect with one person meaningfully, and have something come out of that. Whether it's me making money or whether it's me connecting them with one of my other connections. It's how can we add to the quality of each other's life here? How can we lift each other's businesses? I know not everyone thinks that way, but it's not about competition. It's about collaboration. You collaborate. Olivia invented this. You're collaborating to lift each other. Power in numbers, stronger together. How many more expressions are there? There's so many. I mean, there are some ancient African proverbs that even talk about this.
I feel a song coming on. I just got to sing it. Okay. Collaboration makes it happen. Collaboration, working together. Collaboration
There we
makes
go.
it happen. Collaboration, leveraging each other.
Whoop. There we go. Just treat each other with respect, kindness, and space, okay? Like, come on.
Oh. Forced down the song so many times. Let's get back to it. Here we go.
Another casual. Oh, no, this is the casual bot that you just showed. Yeah.
The campaign bot. So it's a campaign if it says sponsored, right? Dead giveaway. I piloted for you. It's a sponsored. So they paid money for this ad. I give you respect for that, right? You're testing out campaign messages. However, here's this word interested. I don't like this word interested.
Oh, they just assumed that you were interested?
Yeah.
Right now.
They're enticing me. We're giving $200 Amazon gift card to every agency owner who attends a 30-minute demo. I have to spend 30 minutes. I mean, okay, that's cool. So you're enticing me right off the bat, but 30 minutes is a lot to watch a demo.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, this was not necessarily, this is just an example to show you, right, that you can set up some LinkedIn ads. You can set up maybe through Sales Navigator some sponsored messages like this and to test it out, right? Everything's a learning lesson. You test it out.
Yeah.
So I was intrigued with this one and I might have signed up, but I just wasn't ready to devote 30 minutes to something. And although I aspire to be an agency, I don't think I'm, there just yet. And so they would have known that had they looked at my profile, and maybe
Yes.
they'd offer something else, right? Like maybe an intro call or something of the sort, or to find out, which level I'm at as an agency and then help me to scale. So, but yeah, so this is an example of a campaign bot. So not good or bad, just an example.
Yep.
Okay. And then you can also tell because it has these embedded signals like, sign me up or tell me more. So I think
Yep.
that it's something that's already embedded as a campaign. So you have the option just to like opt in this way. So these are just telltale signs if you're going through your inbox. All right. The persistent bot. So this one I thought was so funny because it's like, hi, Olivia, I'm working with executive coaches. That's me. And then, like, hey, I want to push this to the top of your inbox. And then, hey, I'm following back again. Too many. Yeah, it's too much in 1 week.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a
1 week.
Do you know what this reminds me of? This is the image I'm present to right now. In my mind, what I'm seeing is a little kid, like mom's talking on the phone, right? And it's set in the 80s. This is just like clearly a childhood memory. And I'm like, mama, 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 mama. And like, right? Mama's on the phone. Mama, 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 mom, mummy, mummy, mama. That's what this reminds me of. And then if you weren't on the phone, they would not contact you. They wouldn't care. They wouldn't care about your existence.
Exactly. All right. And here we
But
go.
here you are on LinkedIn, so they care about your existence. Mama, mummy, mom.
Yeah. And, and it's just, this is why I love the cool symbol emoji. So please, I'm going to just bring it up again. Because if you want your message to stand out, add some color.
Okay, yeah.
Right? Because it's just
take that phone. Take that phone. Take a picture of this. Scan it.
It's just too many words, So I really would appreciate some bullet points because as a busy person, I want to see things in a snapshot manner, right? So it would be wise to use some colorful emojis. So if you're a bot or sales or doing automated messages, perhaps this is something you can use today. Write in bullets your features and benefits. Use a colorful emoji like the green check mark that Dr. Lynn mentioned.
Yeah.
And that will really help break this up.
And thanks, Olivia. This brings me to another very, very important point when it comes to business as a freelance or a solo entrepreneur or just like a smaller operation, like a micro venture like ours. It's that I lost my train of thought. What were you saying?
Write in bullets, features and benefits in bullets.
Yes, thank you. Oh my goodness, my brain's been overused this week, and it's just farting a little. So what you want is so you notice that these messages, all of them, these messages are like, look what I have, look what I have, look what I have. And it's like, I don't care. Make me care. Why should I care? Maybe how about what's in it for me? So when I am writing for people, when I'm copywriting or when I'm assisting people to come up with their pitch, it's never about them and what they have to offer. You're the method that you use, what your offers are, completely irrelevant. The point is, what's the impact on the other person? What is it that you're attempting to create for that person? What's the experience you're trying to create? And what is it that they're getting out of it? That's all a person wants to hear. That's it. They don't want to hear all the other stuff. It's too overwhelming and it's often irrelevant and you're just wasting your time. Like this bot, I don't know how much it costs to do these bot systems. Whoever created that, it's probably a genius because everyone thinks, because it's automated, everyone's pushing automation, everyone's so busy, must do it. It's a trend, it's trendy. It's not trendy. I'm telling you now, it's just annoying. And it tells me nothing about what you're going to do for me. It's selfish and greedy and self-centered. And it kind of reminds me of a 2-year-old child Mama, mama.
And you bring up a good point, because I'm always evaluating, right? Because I'm looking at your service, and if this is something you're doing for a client, is this how you're going to do it for me, for my future clients? And I don't want
Mm,
this, right? So I'm
yes.
evaluating, because I generally would love to have a messaging system for future. And I'm paying attention. Okay, if they're messaging me this way, is that how they're going to message my future clients? And I think it's just going to be too much unless they tweak a few things. So
Well, it's just not your brand. It's just
not my
not your
brand.
brand.
Yeah.
Now, maybe it's on brand for someone else. It's definitely not on brand for Olivia, and it's certainly not on brand for me.
All right. So I've got two more. So this is what I call the straightaway pitch.
Wow.
I hope you're doing great. And then, hey, this is what I meant by the casual bot as well. Like, I want to pop and chat. Okay, I'm happy to chat and happy to converse. And then straight away, our technology services, we do this, we do that, straight away. And I'm under the impression that you wanted to chat.
So they're lying. So there's a lie embedded in that message. There's a huge, huge honking lie. And that lie is that they want to chat. We all know that's a load of crap. They don't care. Right? They just want to throw at you what they do. Again, like, why? What's in it for me? Like, what is happening here? And I know that for me, when I'm checking messages, I need to see at a glance exactly what the person wants. And if it's coming in that tone, where it's just about them, and they're not putting a thought into the human that they are sending this to, because like this is a bot to human relationship. So all right, so my background's in psychology, so communication, relationship, interaction, dynamics of an experience, right, between two people. And when it's bot to human, it's usually not going to work for you very well, unless it's got decades of research and trial and error behind it. Because we do have some current robots who are amazing. I'm using them as human. I'm talking about them like humans. That are, I guess they're it, that are amazing at having conversation. And there are apps out there that can create content or a conversation for you. But I mean, that came with decades. I'm not joking. Decades of trial and error research, scientific research, standardized testing and systematic, changes in in coding, and try this and try that. And this is just
I know. No
not
work.
evolved. It's just not evolved. I don't appreciate it. So yeah. So the thing is, we're all getting these. I know that we're spending a lot of time right now on avoiding bots. I think everyone gets the point. Just avoid the bots. Please don't do bots. But I think the most important piece is, what do you do? How do you respond to it? Like, what should be the etiquette in responding to these? Olivia, I'm sure, has her way. For me, it is an immediate block. Immediate block. I'll just read the first line. I'll be, I hope you're doing great. You don't care. What do you mean you hope? No, you don't. Block. And it feels
For
very
me,
good.
yeah, I mean, I sometimes, I love these because I save them for teaching examples, right? So teaching purposes, and I like to use them for discussion. And I'm not in education technology per se. Am I in educational training? Yes. Do I use technology? Yes. But I'm not the space of educational technology, so right away they're kind of off the mark. And I think to open up the conversation, if they weren't sure about my industry, to ask me, hey, like, what challenges have you encountered, or what challenges have you seen come up through education technology? Right? I mean, you can open up the messaging by just having some prompting questions,
Yeah.
like what we saw in Dr. Lynn's example from the other day. Even though it was a follow up to a course or a program that she attended, like, they opened up with questions, by way of asking for information, asking our opinion, versus just going straight to the pitch. So if you are looking at this, start thinking about how you can open with questions versus going for the straightaway pitch. All
And
right.
the point is, like, don't be selling. Just be building relationships.
Oh, I love this one. The enticement. Okay, super short and sweet. Awesome. I like that. But it's taking me to this link, and it's taking me to this like flashy website. I got to sign up, watch this webinar, business in a box type of deal. So, no, thank you.
Hmm. Yeah.
And this is my favorite. So, this is what I call the DM Hall of Fame. This is a good
Yes,
one.
we want to do this. Thank you, Karen. Thank you.
I love this is one of my favorite messages of all time, and I love Karen. I got to meet her recently in person at our AATH conference, Applied Association for Applied Therapeutic Humor. I messaged her, and right away she goes, I'm so honored. Like, she was thanking me. I'm so honored to connect with you. And straight away, she's giving me something of value. It's her just crisis recovery toolkit. She's giving me resources. She's giving me something that I can, use for myself or share with others.
Yeah.
And it's fabulous. And I love what she wrote here. If I can be of service, I take
Yes.
my LinkedIn connections very seriously, and let me know if I can be of service. And I look forward to being a resource for you,
And I'm
whether through
giving
my
this.
work or through my network. So maybe through her
Yeah.
directly, or if not through her directly, from her peers and colleagues that she could
Yeah.
maybe reference me to. So I love the way she wrote this, and it's my frameable Hall of Fame, Grand Slam.
Yep. Oh, I don't have my baseball bat near me. Hall of Fame in my
Come
baseball
on, come on, Karen.
No, that's awesome. That's awesome. Is it time to go into the story of Kathy and I?
Yes. Did you want me to bring up our
Please,
guest's profile?
please let's
Okay.
bring her up.
All right.
So I apologize to her again today because I keep forgetting that in her group on LinkedIn, she is the administrator and the organizer of the Applied Improv Network for businesses, and it's only on Fridays that she has a post that people can comment on to let others know, hey, I'm doing this free workshop, I'm doing this other thing. But I keep forgetting that it's her group that is commentable on Fridays. And so apologies to Kathy, because that was slimy of me to not remember. So I clearly need to put like a sticky note on my computer, because it went against her group rules, and I just wanted to let people know what's happening. But so one important and genius way of controlling or sifting through, not controlling, but managing salesy stuff, is by setting up your group so that there's one moment of a day, like one moment in time, where people can share their events. So this is a really great management technique that works super well. I know that with other groups that I'm in, people are constantly putting up their laughter events or their applied improv events, like they're, because they're educational, they're doing trainings, or they're simply doing sessions that are meant to assist us with our mental health and our well-being among peers. And sometimes I don't get to see the content that I truly care about. Like, I'm just seeing event. And so shout out to Kathy for creating that system to manage the cluttering of posts. So this way she's keeping a good quality, like people are going to be attracted. You can see that there are a lot of people in her group, a lot of people in her group in the Applied Improv for Businesses. And
I just want to say too, so this is a LinkedIn tip for all of you. LinkedIn tip, because we talked a lot about connections the other day, and people are wondering what is the best way to handle 500, 1,000, 10,000 connections. And I think that you'll have to devise some sort of system for yourself, and where you're categorizing your connections. So let's say I keep 50% of my connections as like business prospects, right? Like, these are people that I actively want to engage with. I feel that they would be a good fit. I love to find ways to do micro ventures or collaborations with them. And then maybe like another percentage of that are my LinkedIn family. these are like my cheerleaders, people in my corner. Like no matter what, they support me. They like my posts. They share the content. Like they may not do business with me per se, but they just are awesome supporters and cheerleaders because we need that too, right? And then keep another percentage of connections who are totally outside of your realm. When I was working in staffing and recruiting, all my connections on LinkedIn were human resources. That's all I connected with. And it never occurred to me that I could connect with people outside my industry until like I was online networking. And now I love to talk to people in other industries, especially like data scientists, or especially economists, because you don't have too many connections like you, because then you run into this whole theory of like groupthink and herd mentality. So it's always good to have maybe some like diverse connections in which you can learn from as well. And then keep another remaining connections for your mentors and coaches, and keep another percentage remaining connections for just open to connect, because there's a lot of people. We're international. I mean, I would love to do business, speak on international stages. I know Dr. Lynn does it already. She's very big in Australia, Middle East, for example, and that's something I want to tap into. So save some room in your connections to connect with, people that are newer coming into your network, etc. And the one thing that I will tell you to kind of help keep up with everybody is this notification bell. So you'll see it in the corner. I'm going to show you this real now. So this is the notification bell. And for example, if you are not connected to Kathy yet, please go find her on LinkedIn, connect with her, and
Yeah.
you'll notice to you that there's a little bell, and it's going to be, in white. And what you can do is click on the bell, and it will turn gray, and that's going to help LinkedIn to notify you every time Kathy does anything. All her activity, when she posts, when she comments, it's going to get pushed to the top of your news feeds. So I regularly on a weekly basis have my top 10 bell notifications, so that way I am on top of the people that I'm following, my mentors, my coaches, my clients. Interesting new people are coming in, so because I want to make sure I see their posts, I want to make sure that I'm supporting their posts. So that is something very easily can do, and you can just rotate the bell notification out every so often. And I just want to say, Kathy, your banner is beautiful.
Yeah.
I love this banner. I love it. It gives her so much credibility,
Yeah.
instant credibility. I can see that she's associated with some pretty high end influencers, Forbes, Inc. magazine, Huffington Post.
Yeah.
And the one thing, Kathy, you have a beautiful picture. I'm going to give you another gift. This is a gift for Kathy and for all of you watching. You guys ready? So with this gift, you're now able to and you're now able to add a color frame around your profile picture. So you can add a little colorful border or frame. You can choose your branding colors and make this really stand out. So Kathy, that'd be my tip for you, because you got a beautiful picture, and maybe like another teal border around your picture would be amazing. Helps you to break it up. So this is my favorite website. It's free. It's called pfpmaker.com, but just go ahead and scan that code, take you right to the website. All you got to do is upload your picture, choose color frame you want, and download it again. Super
Very
easy.
cool.
So I love this. I love this so much. And I'm noticing, Kathy, you don't have your 30-second cover story video. When I click on your profile picture, expecting a video. We want to hear from you. Your 30-second cover story.
Because Kathy's so dynamic. I've seen her online speaking, like not in person, but I've seen her, the way she speaks online. She's very engaging, funny. She's funny.
Yes, absolutely. And I know Kathy. I think her posts are brilliant. She's one of my people I follow all the time because I love her posts. I love her insights. And look at all the, like, people miss out that in your experience, you can add multimedia. Like, don't just leave it for the featured. So you can include multimedia content, your white papers, your slide decks, your videos, your testimonials, all within the experience.
So as a wonderful example of a very well done LinkedIn profile, this is the one that, this is one of those great examples that would score high on the LinkedIn profile report card.
Absolutely.
Just a couple little things that, that Olivia would tweak technically, but overall it is a very well filled out profile. We see that she's active, she's not half-assing it, right? It is not boring or vanilla. There's no vanity there. It is substance, because you've got lots of content that is actually meaningful to the people who want to follow her. And it's just
this is
feels good.
Monumental. 33 recommendations. Wow,
Yeah.
Kathy. Wow.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, let me just stop for a moment. So when you want to go to eat, when you're planning a vacation or trip, the first thing you do is check out TripAdvisor, check out Yelp. If I'm thinking about who I want to work with, I'm going to check your LinkedIn reviews. So wouldn't it make sense to beef up that section and just get testimonials and reviews of people you worked with or people who know you and can testify to your skill sets and your capabilities and your performance, right? And now, I can go through 33 reviews, recommendations that Kathy has in her profile, and make an informed decision about how else I may be able to invite her to the next speaking summit or a keynote speaking invitation or to be in the next book collaboration. It's all there.
Absolutely.
In one place. So beautiful job, Kathy. That's amazing.
Well, we've been going on a long time. Was there something else on our agenda that we haven't covered yet? And where are the people? Where are the comments? What's happening?
I will say, I'm not able to connect to my LinkedIn today on Restream. But we will make sure we do the replay. But I know that Jill Sullivan is watching. I see it on Facebook, and I also see Katie Mag. So thank you, ladies, for joining us. And, we just have so much information to give. And I just get so excited with this topic.
I know. You could clearly go on forever.
I can't stop myself sometimes. But I do know that, we are just barely scratching the surface. We just want to start priming you to think about ways you can make your LinkedIn profile better. And I was looking through some of my news feeds today, and I absolutely love this profile too. I'm going to share really quickly, because when we talk about slimy selling and the best practices for social selling, is there a way to do it? Yes, there is, right? You want to set up your profile in such a way that it does it for you, and that's Dr. Lynn's jam. How to embed those monetization segments, so that way your profile does the selling for you, right? You've got the testimonials, you've got the case studies, you've got the reviews, you've got your brochure, all your services and programs laid out.
And then you've got the clarity and precision about what people are going to get. What is it that you do in service to people? What do they get from you? And because your method, whether you're certified in humor therapy, laughter yoga, or whatever, no one cares. Honestly, you can have them picking their noses and scratching their own back and their own shoulder, hugging themselves, as long as it works, right? As long as it works. So they don't care so much about that. What they care about is this working? Are there other people who have done this and really loved it and appreciated it and that it really worked for them? And is this someone that I actually relate to and would love to meet and would love to work with or hire?
Exactly, because I think that, you won't have to sell so much if you have your profile set up correctly, and you can spend your time on LinkedIn where the real activity and engagement is a socializing, right? Commenting, contributing to conversations, adding your own expertise as a thought leader, sharing the resources that you have in your arsenal, and then crafting, right, some really personalized, relevant direct messages to your connections and prospects. So I want to just give a shout out, because a lot of times people ask me, is there a place for B2C? Can I sell, to consumers on LinkedIn? And I want to share with you this profile of Michelle Mazzara, who I think is fabulous. And this is I just love LinkedIn. This is such a prime example. I'm going to share with you the screen right now. And this just happened today. This just happened today as Dr. Lynn and I were preparing for our live stream. So let me go share my screen again. Okay. So since I know that Jill Sullivan, my friend Jill Sullivan, is watching on Facebook, so shout out to you, Jill. And Jill's a chef, so this is what I mean by like having some connections that are totally like not related to you. And I just love following Jill because she has some amazing recipes, and she's a chef, which I think is so cool. And I love what she writes about, her life experiences and the things that she's going through. So through Jill, I got to meet Michelle Mazzara, and Michelle is the CEO of Love a Foodie, and these are spice blends. Yes, spice blends. And Chef Jill, uses them all the time, and I got involved in the company. But I saw this post. I mean, she's clearly promoting, selling, right? Her spice jars. But it's such a fun graphic, and it's just like a compelling image, and she didn't have to say a lot, right? But I love this so much. Introducing new Little Italy spice blends. So I, made a comment. It's like, I would love a recipe because August is National Picnic Month. And my client LaDonna from homesweethometreasures.net is running a contest for recipes. And so it's like, oh my gosh, I would love to have a recipe for this. And right away, Michelle responds with a recipe.
Cool.
Look at that. How cool is that?
That's really neat.
Oh my gosh. I am just like amazed. And guess what I'm going to do? I'm therefore going to submit this recipe to the live stream that we have for Home Sweet Home Treasures, right? And thereby further promoting her. She doesn't even know it. That
you know what?
So
I really like promoting people when they don't know it. I hope they don't mind. I wonder if we should ask permission, but I guess it's fine. I mean, we expect nothing in return. It's just like kudos, like yes, it's just cheering each other on, right?
I mean, if you posted it, it's public domain already. So if I reshare it, so I guess don't post something you don't want to be reshared.
I guess.
That was like so amazing that she would, catch wind of my comment today. Take the time, and instead of just saying like, oh, thanks, like take the time to actually, oh, like here's a recipe you could use. And I can definitely like test it out for myself, promote even further, get other people to see her company, her brand. And it's all on LinkedIn, right? So I love that. And then I have so many examples. And there's another woman today, Stephanie Stuckey. So her grandpa started a roadside business called Stuckey's. And so back in the day, if there's like all these road trips that were happening across the U.S., and then all these stops, and Stuckey's was famous for their pecan log roll. So she is reviving this business, her family business, and she gets asked all the time, like, where's your PR firm? And she's like, I'm it. I'm the PR firm. My LinkedIn is the PR firm.
Yeah.
Like her social media and her LinkedIn and her TikTok videos, all that. And so I just, you have the capacity to make your own PR firm and use LinkedIn for that purpose.
You really, and this is another piece of, I know I got so much general advice that I'm always giving to people. No, actually, there's specific pieces of advice. There's a lot of misconception in the world about like, oh, I need a business. I can't start this because I need a business name. No, you don't. You just need to be providing an impactful service or something, right? Like some sort of something that is actually helpful to people that people really love and appreciate and that they really need. You do not need a business card. You do not need a logo. You do not need to care about colors so much. Just be you, authentically you. You do not need a website. No. Nobody in 10 years ever bought a single thing. Every time I put up a website in the past, they never bought from my website. So I used Eventbrite, or I used my social media, right? I used LinkedIn, I used Facebook, and that was plenty. That was absolutely plenty. We can create events on LinkedIn now, which is massive. In like way back when, that wasn't an option, to my knowledge. And yeah, so the time is now, and you're ready now. Do you need another certification in some other thing? No, you do not. You are ready now. Stop spending money like a student, like a never-ending student. wait, just hold on, hold your horses, get started now, start monetizing now, because you deserve to be making a living doing what you love, and linking it, aligning it to a market that truly loves you and is fanning on you so hard. So you really do deserve that. Then once the money is rolling in, then you go ahead and you pay for extra certifications if you feel they're going to add value to what you have to offer in your skill set.
Exactly. And I think we'll close up with this because you've heard Dr. Lynn say this throughout the entire week. We don't want to compete with you. We're not in competition. We're actually going to call it collaboration. And, we are really looking to build a community to help elevate, right? Help elevate you and to get you to where you want to be professionally with your career, etc. And there's many other LinkedIn trainers out there. I'm not the only one.
Mhm.
And do I feel like I have to compete? No, because I'm serving a whole different demographic. I have a whole different style and flair to what I do. And I collaborate with people like Dr. Lynn to bring in LinkedIn training. And so I don't feel like the need to compete. However, and this is a perfect example, I have another free gift for you. And this comes from my competitor. So this is what I call the LinkedIn text formatter. Okay, so if you're wondering how to get like italics and bold text right in your posts or your headline or your about sections or your experience, this is the link to do it. And I just want to give a massive shout out to the originator, right? The originator of this LinkedIn text formatter. It comes from Donna Sedula, who I consider, one of my mentors, right, on LinkedIn. I follow her all the time. And I used to, when I was first starting, like want to copy her, and it was exhausting. So I've learned that, what, she's got her own thing. She's got her, her demographics and clientele as well, and I can make my own. And yet, she has these free resources available, and I don't mind sharing them because I've used it myself. And so this is Donna Sedula. You can connect with her as well because she has some amazing, tips and resources for LinkedIn. And one of my favorites is this text formatter. Go ahead and scan this link, bookmark the website. Yep, get the phones out, scan it, bookmark it, and it's just gonna make you feel so good to have this in your wheelhouse because you can copy and paste your text and make it really stand out.
And just know too that when Olivia gives technical advice, or when I'm giving branding advice, or how to communicate your true, deepest, authentic purpose and connecting it with a market and all that business stuff, I actively seek out other people in the laughter, improv, humor, workplace happiness, but I inevitably get all kinds of other people coming to me, like engineers and accounting firms, and a lot of nonprofit agencies that are about women empowerment and women's skills and enterprise training. So the point is, it's applicable to everyone. Like, these are the kinds of technical, Olivia's technical knowledge and her experience, and then my knowledge of business and the psychology of business and consumerism and so on, and markets and economy. Like, that is applicable to any field, at all. It's just like, who are the people that that we want to be working with the most? Well, it's people who are pleasant to be around. And those who come to me, even as engineers or accountants, they are very similar vibe to the people in the humor industry and the laughter industry and so on. So, like, I love it. I love it because I'm just attracting it. I'm not actively like seeking it out. I'm not making a pitch to them.
Exactly. And I'm so glad you brought that because one of the inquiries we've been receiving is that, is this only for humor professionals or laughter yogis? And although that's Dr. Lynn's background and myself as well, I mean, we are going to customize our training to whoever's in the class, right? So whoever it is that's in the class, I mean, we can easily pivot, as you've seen us throughout this entire week. We've been pivoting left
Yeah.
and right. And so, we will customize it. So if we happen to get accountants this weekend, no problem. We can easily customize the training, the information to suit you.
Because
And
because it's just, the point is to bring out the main most important pieces, and everyone has the main most important pieces. It's just they don't always know how to execute it, or how to write it, or how to say it, or how to make a 10-second pitch. When someone asks, what do you do? Oh, I'm an engineer. Well, okay, well, so are millions of others in this world. So what, right? So if there's a way for you to say it in a very intriguing way in 10 seconds or less, you just set yourself apart. And now you've got about 20 people in that networking event who want to come talk to you afterwards.
Absolutely. So we'll wrap up with this. There's the QR code again. So this QR code will take you right away to our class. Go ahead and sign up, and please enter the code live stream before it expires. I don't know when it expires.
Yeah. Okay, so heads up, this workshop this weekend is already 75% off. And this code here will make you smile more. Also, there are, of course, like payment plans for any budget. Seriously, there's no excuse. Just get your profile up to speed. Get it up, because you're never going to get we're doing this in 8 hours. Do you know it takes months? It takes months to get this done on your own, and to hire this person and that person and this person and that person to do each little individual thing. You got Olivia and I, we've got all the bases covered, like all of them. And that's why we can do it in 8 hours and not in 8 months. And that's why it's costing this much instead of like 5 figures.
Exactly. And yes, so I just want to say, we've got you covered. We are so delighted to bring this to you. And this is our first, joint venture, and the first of many, actually. You'll be seeing a lot more of Dr. Lynn and I together, because, again, we're building this community of collaboration. And, let's just get it done. DONE, done. And for those of you who have been, saying you're interested, and you're emailing us with all these like, oh, I'm interested, but we're not interested. We want commitment. We're looking for those who are committed. Interested means you're still on the fence. But if you're committed, you'll find a way. Either where there's a will, there's a way, and you'll find a way to talk to us. Maybe just to negotiate or devise some sort of payment plan that fits you at this time. But
well, I think a lot of the objections come from the fear of this working. It's a fear of having your LinkedIn profile working, because then you're like, what if I get a slew of people coming to me and I'm overwhelmed? What if, right? Like, it's a genuine concern. It's a genuine concern. Like, am I ready? I'm so tired already. I'm so overwhelmed already. That's why I'm in the room. Hello, doctor, PhD in psychology. Yeah, I'm here. Got your back, right? I specialize in business, community, and health psychology, smashed together, positive psychology also. So so if there's a block like that, or some like a barrier of some sort, a concern, a fear, I can help you work through that and prep for it, because it's legitimate, and there's ways of creating backups. So what if you're overwhelmed? And we're going to think it out. We're going to plan it out, because I get that all the time. And I have a special exercise that I use, and that would be part of the 8 hours if that's what comes up.
And I want to say thank you, Dr. Lynn, because honestly, this would not have happened had you not coached me through it.
Oh.
And you're like, Olivia, you are the real deal. You are it.
True. I spent so much time. Yeah, but you did kind of know it. But sometimes you just need someone who sees you, who really sees you. And I want you to know, whoever's watching this, like Olivia and I, we see you. Like, we're seeing you, and we're holding space for you this weekend so that you can shine and get what you want from it. I specialize in monetization, and Olivia specializes in the technical piece, both of us together. Yeah, it's amazing. It's epic. And it's never going to be this, the tuition will never be this small ever again.
All right. Awesome. We'll have a fabulous weekend. We are so looking forward to seeing you in class for this LinkedIn All-Star Weekend. It's going to be a home run. So let's just get it done.
Yes. Let's get it done. Which I had my bat.
Let's get it done. Like, good job.
All right, showering
Take
you
care.
in prosperity and good vibes. Bye for
Bye
now.
for now.